It still sort of blows my mind. I can't believe it, if I'm being honest. I can't believe that they agreed to do it. Like, both of them agreed to. Like, Trump and Biden are going to debate. They both agreed to debate. This was crazy about them debating. We know how we feel. Like, it's weird that both of them were like, you know what'll do it? You know what'll lock it up? If I talk one more time. That's what the people want, you know what I mean? They want to see me at the booth. That's what. No, it feels crazy. There will be, I can only tell you this. It's months away, I'm sure. But whenever it happens, the only loser will be us. We will. Both those dudes are gonna talk and interrupt. It's gonna be a hell show, and then everyone's gonna walk away like their dude won. And I do my best to be honest with you and be honest with myself. It does make me nervous, and I think everybody's nervous. I think all parties involved are nervous. You know, I'm nervous for Biden to debate because I'm nervous when Biden talks. Don't be like that, you know. You know what I mean? Like, I think this is the best way I can relate it. Because Biden starts sentences ambitious. The way I relate to how Biden talks is when I first moved to Chicago, right? I didn't have much. And I moved, and I really wanted to clear my head because I was overwhelmed with the move, right? And I was like young, but I was still scared. I didn't feel like I knew enough people to really have like a support system or anything. And so I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna learn the area. I'm just gonna go for a walk, and without my phone. I don't want to be in my phone. I want to learn the neighborhood. I'm gonna go for a walk. I'm gonna clear my head. So then I left my phone at the apartment, and I just went for a walk. And it felt good. It felt genuinely great to just not have people texting me, not be getting notifications on my phone, not get distracted from anything by my phone, and just look at what a beautiful city I had just moved to. And the weather was nice. Y'all would have appreciated it. It was very sunny. All the white people were smiling at me. It was, you know, black people too, but just there's a certain, I don't know. And, you know, after a while, you know, 10, 20 minutes, I don't know. I didn't have my phone. So I don't know how much time had passed, but I got to the point where I was like, all right, I'm feeling good. I feel better. Let's go back. And I turned around and I was like, uh-oh. Because I had just moved to a new city, and I knew my address, but I didn't know much else. I don't know how many lefts I took. Like, I was just sort of following the sunlight. I was letting them lead me, and then, you know, now I'm like, uh-oh. And so it took quite a while. It took a much longer walk than I anticipated for me to get back home, and that's what every sentence Biden says feels like. It feels like, because you can see when he ready. When those first two words in, it's like when somebody try to run and they can't really run, because it's like he start off hard, and then by the middle, you can see in his eyes, he's like, oh, where was I? And then by the end of the sentence, he's like, I think I stuck it. You know, so I'm nervous for Biden to talk. And I know Trump's team is nervous for him to talk, not just because this debate is going to have certain stipulations, like they're going to cut his mic if he goes over time. There's all this stuff. I think that genuinely Trump's team is like, he's finally going to say it. We've managed to go 9 years without him saying it, but he gonna slip. He gonna say it. I don't think it'll even be in like reference to black people. He just gonna say it. But he gonna be talking about fruit or something, like even racist people will be like, huh. That's not how I use it. He's so creative. I will say, people go on and on about Trump being racist. That man is way more weird than he is racist. Trump's racism is like here. His weirdness is top notch. Because, I got to watch a lot of the news. For work, I have to watch a ton of news. I have to watch not everything because it's not humanly possible, but I have to watch things over again. I have to go back. I've watched so many of his rallies, right? I've watched a ton of rallies. And he has a thing at his rallies where it feels like a wrestling match. I can understand why people enjoy going. I do. I get it. Because it's politics for sport. You know when to boo. You know when to cheer. It's theater, right? And he is good at it. We'd be delusional to pretend that he's not good at it, right? But every once in a while, even he won't know what should be next. I was watching this rally where I think he was going on immigration, then he was going on finances and Wall Street and stuff, and then out of nowhere he just started talking about the water pressure in America. And you could tell people who had just been cheering were like, yeah, oh, yeah, I guess. Nah, I mean, he's not wrong. I have felt that too. I felt like this man was railing about immigration, and out of nowhere he's like, there's no the shower don't hit. The toilets don't flush where you want them to flush. It take 3 flushes. This man literally was like, it take 3 flushes. What are we doing, people? The washing machine doesn't get the stains out. It really was this political thing that quickly turned into how his day was going. And honestly, it's the most relatable he's ever been to me. Because I was like, nah, he not wrong. Sometimes when you at a hotel, it does drip on you. And you're like, nah, I need power. I need that masseuse setting in the shower. Yeah. Look. This has bothered me for a long time, and I know nobody cares because it's barely topical anymore, but there's a case against Trump, one of many, right? There's a case against Trump with the classified documents. Now, a lot of people say that it's going to get thrown out. A lot of these are probably going to get thrown out, right? But the classified documents case, I don't have proof. I like to think I'm not a conspiracy theorist or anything, but for real, I don't have proof. So what I'm telling you is me just talking to y'all because we're friends, okay? So I'm just telling you what I think. I'm not telling you that the prosecutor can even pull him up on this. I'm just saying that this is what I think, right? So the classified document, he basically, in case you don't know, took a lot of documents with him when he left the White House, right? And they went to Mar-a-Lago and retrieved a bunch of them. And they were in all sorts of different rooms. They were in the closet. Some of them were in the bathroom. There's all this stuff like that. Now, the speech that he gave, the rally he gave that I was talking about before, was towards the end of his presidency. And I think this is what I think happened. He started bringing up the water pressure. I'm pretty sure he tried to flush documents that day. Before the rally, they were like, Mr. President, we have to go. We have to go. We're going to be late. And he's like, he read something that didn't seem good. Everybody jokes he can't read. The man can read. He probably read it and was like, this one. And then he flush it, and because it's printer paper, it doesn't go down like toilet tissue. So then after the third flush, it's not going down. He's like, this country is doomed. All right, this should have been gone down. And so then when they went to Mar-a-Lago and there were all the documents stocked up to the ceiling in the bathroom, people were like, why were there documents in the bathroom? I think that those were unflushed documents. I think that... I don't have any proof of what I'm saying. Take it all with a grain of salt. We're here to have fun. But no, I do think Trump's team is a bit nervous because the agreement for the debate had like very specific stipulations that like some people saying were fair, some people were saying were deeply unfair and everything. But a lot of it just doesn't play to what Trump is good at. You know what I mean? Trump is good with a crowd and they didn't want to have a crowd, stuff like that. And I don't know. As much as I, pick on Biden about talking, Trump has his stuff too. Like I remember that time he tried to say origins. In case you haven't seen the clip, it's phenomenal. Basically, it's rough because I'm not even kidding. I'm being real with y'all for a second. I did feel bad for him in that moment because you can tell he know the word. You can tell he trying to say orange, or he's trying to say origins, and he keeps saying oranges, but he doesn't mean to. It's like when you keep texting the same auto-corrected word and you don't mean to. You know what I mean? Like your friend texts you something crazy and you try to text back like, fuck, and then you end up texting back duck, and then you text duck again. And then you text duck one more time. And then you get upset, so you just text damn it. Like, that's... Because he knew the word. He really did. He was like, the oranges of it. And you can tell he got a little embarrassed because he know he on TV and everything, and so he tries to back up. He's like, the oranges. The oranges. It was like watching somebody with their phone but in his mouth. He was like, and I was also like, he needed to tell his mouth to act right because I can tell his brain knows the word because he kept saying oranges. He's like, the oranges, the beginnings. Where it starts, the oranges, the One thing I wish we would have got more of, because it was spectacular to watch, was a real, Trump versus DeSantis. We didn't really get it. You know what I mean? Like Trump just started smoking him off his swag, and then DeSantis dropped out. But I want them to go. I want them to debate. That's what I want to see. That's what the world needs. Those two debating, getting at it, and not about policy or anything, because honestly, they both have shots for each other that would go harder than Kendrick and Drake. Trump and DeSantis in a debate, all Trump has to do is, do his thing. I'm the president you love, and then DeSantis can just be like, well, I served in the military. Where were you? There was one roast that Trump got in on DeSantis that was particularly spectacular. It was fire, right? Because everybody was making fun of DeSantis for wearing heels because we couldn't tell if he was wearing heels or not because he always was like, his height is weird. There's pictures where he's next to people and he's taller than them, and then there's pictures where he's next to other people who are the same height as the other people he was taller than, and he's the same height as them. So people were like, he's wearing platform shoes, he's got to be. And then Trump, ooh, it was cold. It's one of the coldest things I've seen him do in a long time. So Trump was explaining the shoes out of nowhere at a rally for no reason. Nobody said anything. He was talking about infrastructure. He was talking about how bad Biden is. And then out of nowhere, he was like, and have you seen DeSantis' shoes? They're weird. When he said they're weird, I paused, and I went and popped some popcorn. Because I was like, he's about to light him up. And then this clip did not get passed around as much as it should have, but basically he was describing the shoe, and he was like, you can't tell it's a platform shoe because it's a heel inside. Trump has trouble with the word origins, but he roasted this man so articulately. He was like, no, there's a platform within the shoe, so it looks flat at the bottom, but up top, he's on his tiptoes, and you can tell when he walks. I'm not even kidding, Trump did this. You can tell when he walks because he goes like this. Wow. Wow. That's my main thing with the debate, too. Biden versus Trump debating. Again, we didn't get anything out of the last one that they did, you know what I mean? And I just think, okay, I do think it would be funny if, remember, we're here to have fun. It would be funny to be cool. It would be funny to me if during the debate, one of them died. Like that was, like that's... I see some of y'all, no. We're here to have fun. We're here to have fun. Don't do that. No. Cut it out. You know that it is, because these are very old men. They're both so old, they both used to be president. Like, yes. Do you know how old you have to be to used to be? The job you don't get until you're 70? That would be very funny if mid-debate one of them just tip and die. And then the other one's like, I rest my case. I've only been in Grand Rapids for what, like, I guess you could say a day and a half, and I get it. I do get it. Like, I understand. Y'all can stop now. I understand. You don't have to be nice to me anymore. This is... Y'all come in aggressive. Y'all are like truly like an opposite New York. Y'all come in real hot with how nice you are. Like this. In a way that's like, look, it's functional. Y'all clearly have a society here. It is good. But is it not exhausting to just be trying to help? My shoe was untied. Okay, my shoe, I was walking and my shoe was untied. I was getting to the light as I was walking, and a guy was like, "Oh, your shoe is untied." But he pointed so low that I couldn't tell if he thought I didn't know where my shoe was or if he was about to tie it for me. Because my man, he's like, "Your shoe is untied." I was like, "Oh." Because I feel like I'm nice. I feel like I'm a generally nice person. So I don't really get why y'all trying to outdo me at every time. I'm like one of the nicest people in New York. And then I come here and I'm like, yeah, y'all win. This is genuinely a lot. I appreciate it, though. It's nice to get a break. It's nice to get a break from, like, eye contact leading to a fight. One time I was on the bus. A lot of my stories that are in New York start on the train or bus because my life is not going as well as I'd like. Very few things I tell you about will be in a car. I was on the bus and I was just sitting there, and I think I was on my phone or something. And I just casually looked up. I don't even know why I looked up. There was no noise, there was no anything, but I just casually looked up, and there was one dude across from me already looking at me. So I look up and our eyes meet, and he goes, "What'd you say?" I'm like, "There's no way. There's no way you thought I said anything." It's just a lot, you know. Like, I've been there for years now. I've been here for, day and a half. And it just, okay. Like, y'all won't even let somebody be lost. That's too helpful. That's... Gotta let people make their own mistakes. Because, admittedly, I was lost. But I wasn't lost in, like, a cartoonish way. I wasn't lost like a 20 silent film. You know what I mean? I wasn't like... I just looked down at my phone and looked up and looked down at my phone. And when I looked up again, there was just a guy there. And he wasn't just there. He was like, "Can I help you?" And I was like, "Does this dude work at Grand Rapids?" It felt like y'all just hire a bunch of Walmart greeters to be outside. Because it's just unsettling, you know? And so I'm clearly lost, you know? If I'm lost from this far away, then I just admit it. And I'm just like, "Oh yeah, I'm trying to get over here." And he's like, "Oh, it's right around the corner. I'll show you." And then he walked with me. To which I was like, "Does he need to go there too? What's the plan here?" Then we get there, it's across the street, and he points to it. And when he pointed to it, I looked over, and I was like, "Oh yeah, well thanks man, thanks so much." And I turned around and he was gone. And that's honestly the most upsetting part of the story. Because now I'm like, did I imagine him? Because I don't know, I've lived in New York for years now. And I love living in New York, but I think this is going to sound like an ironic thing to say, but I think I love living in New York because I'm not infatuated with the idea of New York, right? New York has a long, beautiful history. There's a place where there's a lot of opportunity and everything, but it's also going to be a little dirty. There's a lot of crime. There's a lot of people. You're going to get pushed around a lot as people go about their way. It's just a place on earth, you know? I'm not so excited to be there. Because some people are. You've seen some people move to a place like New York and they're like, "Oh my God, it's happening. I'm in New York City." And you're like, "Chill that, all right? You gonna get robbed." They're like, "But we're in Times Square. It's all happening." It's like, they gonna get both of us. Because you over here acting brand new, all right? I almost got robbed. My first month living in New York, I almost got robbed. I was walking home after work, and I had not had a good day, you know? And this guy walked up and just punched me in the nose. It turns out that's all it takes. I'm not much of a fighter. If you punch me in the nose, I will sit down. It's almost immediate. It's a reflex, really, because this man punched me in the nose and I sat down on a fence immediately. And I don't know if I said out loud or I just thought in my head, but when he punched me, I was like, "I need a minute." And it didn't help that when he punched me in the nose, I grabbed my nose like the daintiest way possible. Like, all fingers were out. This is the most Victorian way to try to stop a nosebleed. This is devastating. I didn't even know this is what I do in that situation. I was just sort of put there, and then this is how I reacted. You know what I mean? So I'm over here clenching my nose as hard as as hard as I can. Like, I wonder what it was like from his perspective. Like, if he punched me in the nose and then immediately saw me grab it like this, it was like, did he already have a nosebleed coming? Like, how did he... But this dude punched me in the nose. I sat down, and out of nowhere, this dude, huge dude, ran up and pushed this dude out of the way. And he pushed him so hard, he pushed him down, right? And so he slammed to the ground. He looked up. He saw that big dude. He must have thought we were friends. And so he took off. But I'm sitting there wondering if I look like such an easy target that somebody saw me getting robbed and was like, I could do better. Yeah. And it's funny because I was not having a good day at all. I was new to New York. I didn't have a lot of friends. I didn't have a good day at work. I didn't like the place that I was staying. And I feel like a pretty positive person, but everything was happening all at once to make me feel like just in a rut. Like, I try to wake up, be optimistic and everything, but the day it beat me down. I was just like, I remember I was thinking before this guy walked up to me when I was just walking home, I was thinking, this is the worst. This is like the worst, you know? And I was never thinking of like going back to Chicago or anything, but I was like, this is just the worst. And then I got punched in the nose and I sat down and I was like, this is worse. You really shouldn't tempt fate with superlatives. This is way worse. Because at the time, I didn't have that many of my uniforms, so if I bled on my uniform, I would just look freshly punched at work tomorrow. And I remember this big dude standing over me, right? And he's like, hey, are you okay? Are you all right? And I was like, yeah, I think I'm gonna be fine. Oh, thank goodness you were here. And he was like, yeah, man, I just can't believe that. Like, I was just at the right place, the right time. I mean, honestly, I'm a little shooken up. That's never happened to me before. I've been able to, like, help somebody like that. And I was like, yes, thank goodness you were here. He would have been very upset. I only have $6. My man is towering over me. And he's just like, yeah, I've just never been in a situation where I could just help somebody out of nowhere. Because honestly, I haven't always made the best decisions in life. And in my head, I'm like, yeah, he about to rob me. I gave up the game too quickly, and he has now realized he could be $6 richer. And he's just standing over me. He's like, you know, it just feels like the universe put me here in this moment to help you, brought us together. You know, sometimes that happens. In fact, have you heard the good word of the god Oxnif? The god Oxnif of the planet Mars? And I was sitting there like, this is worse. Oh, this is way worse. And I just sat there for 10 minutes and listened to this man's cult speech. It's like, if you could please just rob me. Because there's a lot going on in New York. There's a lot of crime. There's crime to the point that the governor saw fit to dispatch 1,000 National Guard to the subway to combat the crime, combat the violence and stuff. And as someone who lives in New York, I'm not gonna lie to you, I have not seen one of them this entire time. I feel like they went down to the subway, they looked around, they were like, forget this. I haven't seen a scratch of camo since I've been down there. Because I've been looking for them, too. Sometimes something will happen, I'm like, oh. because, you know, New York, we have a lot of crime, but we also got weird crime. We got some of the weirdest crimes you can imagine. A dude in the Bronx got robbed with a cowbell. And I know you're thinking how, but look, it's metal, it hurts. And especially it's a cowbell literally ringing while you getting hit. You must think like, where are these cows? You get your bell rung in the back of the head by a cowbell, you're like, where is it? Am I getting stumped out by cows right now? There was one dude that got a bunch of assault charges because he was... he was throwing marbles in front of anybody that walked in front of him. And it's like, that is a genuinely hilarious crime. It's one of the funniest assaults you'll ever hear about. Because at first, when I first heard about it, I was like, these YouTubers are getting out of control, all right? Somebody needs to rein them in. It wasn't even that. This kid did not have a camera. He was just being the change he wanted to see in the world. He was out here throwing the bar. People, I'll be honest with y'all though, I've stopped getting mad at white people who just call the cops on black people for no reason. I've stopped getting upset. I've started just retaliating. Now if I see a white person doing anything I don't like or understand, which is none of my business but makes me uncomfortable, I just dial those 3 numbers. You know? Well, I'll just be sitting in the park and just like, yeah, 911. She kissing the dog way too hard. This is absolutely unacceptable. This is all tongue out here. You need to hurry. It doesn't look like the dog into it. Please get here quickly. I'll be at the grocery store. I'll be checking out at the grocery store. And there'll be like a white guy in front of me. But he's not buying any food from the grocery store. He getting those weird non-food items that the grocery store sells. So it'll just be like a belt and a knife. I'm like, yeah, 911, please. He looked like Dahmer to begin with. Please hurry. I don't like the way his receipt looks. I've started just calling the cops all white people who I think are called the cops all me. We just have a standoff. I'm like, well, I didn't dial first. She did, okay? Well, send one for her, send one for me, okay? They could just have a standoff. This might be too niche, but did y'all see the drama happening with the people that the movie The Blind Side is based off of? All right, if you don't know the story, I'll bring up to speed as quickly as possible. Basically, The Blind Side is a movie from 2009 where Sandra Bullock won the Oscar for playing the greatest white woman that's ever lived. I don't know, I'm pretty sure it goes Joan of Arc, Amelia Earhart, this lady, okay? And in the movie, she drives up her car to what I can only describe as the biggest black child that's ever been, all right? He is supposed to be in school, but he looked like a 43rd grader. This is the grownest looking kid I've ever seen in my life. She drives up and he's like, huh? But like, his shoulders got bigger when he turned. It was insane. And then she's like, come home with me, which historically, But then he comes home with them, and then they're like, you should play football, and he does, and then he makes it into the NFL because it turns out being big is a huge advantage. But now, Michael Oher, the guy that the movie is based off of, came out and said that he saw no money from the movie based on his life, and what he actually signed when he was a kid, which is when he thought they were adopting him, what he actually signed was conservatorship so that they could get his money. I know. He thought he was getting a Disney movie, and this nigga got Britney Spears. It's absolutely horrible. And what do you do in that situation? Because it leaves a bad taste in your mouth. All the damage has been done. He may never see the money, and it's probably already been spent. You know what I mean? We can't give him his story back. We can't give him back those years he spent trusting them. I think I have a solution, though. All we gotta do is give Michael 2 free tackles. He can use them whenever he wants. I mean, the cost of the medical bills alone will be exactly the money that they stole from him. He's still a huge man. And we won't make a movie, we'll just make 2 TikToks. 1 for each tackle. And then at the end of the TikTok, you'll just be like, blindsided! I'll be brief because I know people are tired of talking about him. But it does feel weird that Trump is this indicted. Like, goddamn. I thought they get him for something. I think they get him for everything. As someone who doesn't like him, I thought I was following the story pretty closely. And every time he gets indicted, I'm like, oh, I didn't even know he did that one. That's crazy. This man has 91 felony charges. That's more than most gangs. That is absolutely insane. Man, they giving Trump the full nigga treatment. This is crazy. That dude must check his hands every day to make sure they're still white. Just like, how is this happening to me? And this most recent one is the wildest, you know, because if you aren't familiar in Fulton County where Trump was most recently indicted, this is the first place where they said that they want to process him at the jailhouse instead of the courthouse. Because if they do it at the jailhouse, he'll have to do the fingerprint and he'll have to do the mugshot, which is what he's been avoiding this entire time, which is what lets me know that he's not a good businessman. He's not. Yo, if Trump got his mugshot taken and put that mugshot on a shirt, it would be the highest selling shirt of all time, okay? Forget Supreme. This would be the highest selling shirt in the history of people. First of all of his fans would buy it because they'd be like, look, free my dog Trump. You know what I'm saying? Like, all of them would buy it. And then we would also buy it. We'd be like, look at this punk ass on this shirt. Look at this goofy ass on this shirt. Struggling ass on this shirt. He could be printing money, and instead he's, whatever. What a disappointment. He'd make so much money, he'd actually be a billionaire. You know what I mean? I had like a weird memory the other week of this thing happening. I thought I'd share it with you. Like my favorite person to spend time with in the entire world when I was a little kid was my grandma. And everybody knows that was blessed enough to have grandparents. Grandparents, instant daycare. Anytime your parents got to go somewhere, you're chilling with grandparents, right? So, I go everywhere my grandma went. We'd always have a good time. You know? And I remember when I was 8, especially my mom was working really hard and everything. And when I was 8, went everywhere that my grandma went, which meant I was going to hella funerals. Oh, my grandmama's squad was falling off. Like it was rough. It was like 2 funerals a week. I was like, how many people do you know? This is crazy. They were dropping like flies. And that was the worst part too, is that when you go to a funeral with some of the same people every time, at a certain point you start to be like, which one of y'all is next? Like, this is getting uncomfortable. I was wearing my little suit out, okay? I remember there was one funeral in particular, one of the more rhythmic funerals that we had been to. Everyone sort of had this unspoken agreement that when we were doing the sort of funeral procession of viewing the body, it was like to the music, you know? You walk up you get 8 bars to grieve, and then you move on, you know. And I remember it was my turn, which meant it was my grandma's turn. That'd be weird if I had a turn all by myself. That'd be insane. If an 8-year-old kid walks up to a casket by themselves at a funeral, they killed that person, all right? That's just an 8-year-old walking up to be like, just checking. And so I'm about to walk up with my grandma, but as we start walking, we notice that the lady that was still up there hasn't moved. So she's either still thinking or like overcome with emotion. Something's happening, right? So we just keep walking. We don't want to stop mid-aisle, and so we walk up next to her. So now it's this lady that I don't know, my grandma, and me. And I wouldn't look this up until years later because it gave me nightmares for a while, but I didn't really think to Google it yet. Apparently, long after the process has been done for a body to be presented at a funeral, there's still muscles, there's still nerves that can twitch, right? So as the 3 of us are standing there, the woman in the casket went. And even at 8 years old, I was like, hold it together. Hold it together, stay calm. Whatever you do, stay calm. Because look, I've been going to a lot of funerals, right? But even as an 8-year-old that's going to a lot of funerals, I still haven't fully conceptualized the idea of death, but I know what it's like to ruin a party, you know what I mean? So I was like, just calm down, hold it together. I'm trying to center myself. And then the woman on the other side of my grandma goes, "What?" And for a reason I still don't understand, my grandma turned around to the whole rest of the congregation and was like, she moved. And everybody cleared out. We all walked out together. It took so long to calm everybody down. It took so long to get people to come back inside, sit down, chill out. Because there were people outside that were like, nah, I'm not going back in there. Ain't no reason to grieve if she risen. I ain't playing with that. Y'all can do what you want, but if she up, she up. All right. In fact, she owed me a little something, so when you get in there, tell her that I want my 15 if this was just like a weekend she was playing Bernie. We get back inside, finally calmed down, finally finishing procession, viewing the body and everything. There was this one woman. I know I saw her, but I caught her because I was sitting second row and I was looking in between 2 people. This woman hesitant, and she was approaching the body, just, you know. And she went, wake up. And even as they were lowering her at the cemetery and they threw the dirt on her, part of me was like, we don't know. We have no idea. I think the other reason that I'm scared of getting older is that, like, we only really value youth, especially in America. You know, other cultures don't always have this problem, and we don't really value what comes with aging. You know, like the wisdom that you get, or the deep level of empathy, because you've now been alive long enough to make your own mistakes and have deep regrets. And so when someone does something to you, it's easier to forgive them potentially because you know what it's like to make a mistake. All that comes with getting older. All your hard work starts paying off when you get older. Everything you do today you'll see the fruits of tomorrow, you know? But we still are like, nah, I want to be young. I want to look young. I want to feel young. Act young, whatever. I think the main reason I'm scared of getting older is I finally had a bad fall, and it was like I really felt like an old motherfucker too. It was I went down, like it was terrible. I've been talking all that good shit about Joe Biden this whole time,
And then I hit the ground just like him. I was like, because this is the thing. I fought the fall. Like, if I had just fallen like a young man, it would have been respectable. I would have tripped. People would understand it, everything. But I fought it all the way down. At one point, I was horizontal, just grabbing stuff like, nonstop, to the point where I actually pulled stuff onto me when I landed. People who didn't know me were like, ooh, I fell so hard, I didn't let anybody help me up. I needed a second to gather myself. You know?
There's a little bit more show left. I want to thank all y'all for coming out. My name is Josh Johnson. Have a great rest of the night. I appreciate you. Welcome to the Josh Johnson Show. This is Josh Johnson, joined by my co-host, fellow stand-up comedian Logan Nielsen. Logan, how you doing, buddy?
I'm doing all right, man. How are you?
I'm doing okay. You know, it's this feels like weird to say. I didn't know this until this year, but
was that your throat? I'm so sorry.
What?
I think that was your throat. It just went right into the mic.
Maybe. I didn't feel anything.
It was jarring to hear.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, my bad.
No, you're good. You're good.
Well, yeah, this sounds weird to say, but July 4th is also my dog Rocky's birthday. And
okay.
Rocky, I can send you a video. Rocky is 19.
He's 9. You were saying he was old.
Yeah.
Because this is the dog that's in Atlanta with your mom, right?
Yeah, baby boy is 19 years old.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's old.
It's so old that no one feels bad for me when I tell people that he's like on his last.
Right.
No one like I tell people and no one is like, oh, I'm so sorry. Like I tell them that he's almost 20 and they're just like, damn. Like no one.
That's the reaction, because it's like, because even when you told me, because I was like, how old is Rocky? And you're like, he's about 20, and I was like, Jesus, like, to me, it's not like it doesn't matter that he's not doing great or whatever. It's more just like, damn, good for him. That's a hell of a run for a little dog, like,
yeah. No,
20 is rare in dog.
Yeah, my mom gave him some carrots and ground turkey for his birthday. And he doesn't see as well anymore, so he has to just go for it with his eyes. And the way he lunged at the bowl was like, it was like he was a puppy again. That was like the most alive he had been the whole weekend. He was like, what is that? Ah! No, he was wilding.
Well, good for him.
Did you have a good 4th of July?
I mean, I didn't do anything. I was just kind of here. So, yeah, that's kind of my preferred way.
Okay.
To spend the 4th of July.
I'll tell you right now. The thing that I've been thinking about for this episode for quite a while is all 4th of July themed, because to me, it's where a lot of it's where a lot of America's extremes converge,
Oh yeah.
There's a lot of blowing stuff up. There's a lot of cooking. There's a lot of
arguing about the country.
Yeah, there's just a lot of like buck wildness that all converges on July 4th in a way that we try to avoid on Thanksgiving.
I think you're right there, because especially too there, this year in particular, I've seen it the last few years, but there's always people just being like, you know what, not celebrating this year, America and its decisions, and like totally understand that. But then people arguing about it, and I'm like, right there though, you're participating in the most American thing, which is having a petty argument online.
Yeah.
Incredibly American. You are truly celebrating your country by riling up strangers.
One of my favorites was this is like a few years ago, because so I'm friends with a couple of people in Alexandria still that like
do like, EMT work, and I think he's like, one of them's a volunteer firefighter, but I think he used to be an EMT and everything.
Mm-hmm.
And some of these people would come into the restaurant and stuff and like chat and everything.
Yeah.
So there was one where, remember when frying turkeys was just getting big?
Yes.
Okay.
For the 4th of July?
I mean, this person just needed an excuse, I guess. But
That's I'm like, I know you mentioned Thanksgiving. We're not shifting to Thanksgiving, are we?
We're not at all.
This is a 4th
We're
of
not at
July
all.
story.
this dude took it upon himself to have, the American classic of a fried turkey. You know what I'm talking about?
I want to get sleepy and watch fireworks.
Yeah.
That's what I want to do. Let's
It's
handle
actually-
explosives while we're full of turkey.
It's actually the best way to celebrate, because then you get yourself real nice and sleepy off the turkey, and then the fireworks wake you up, and you're just in a terrible state of limbo for the entire evening.
Just vacillating between dozing and startled.
Yeah, it's like taking cold medicine and then drinking a shot of espresso. You're like, I don't know how to feel right now, and none of it feels good. There was okay. I'm sorry, I'm digressing here, but just
No, you're
this
good.
is a quick thing. There was a kid when I was growing up who swears that that one 4th of July he was shooting the Roman candles. And did you know you're actually not supposed to hold Roman candles?
Yeah, you're not.
Yeah.
I think you're by rule not really supposed to hold any fireworks, but
But I'm not gonna lie. If I don't hold it, how am I gonna use it? Because now it's just
sure.
a stick on the ground that's on fire shooting at people's feet.
right.
They don't
Which
give
is
you a
what a lot of.
stand.
It's what a lot of other fireworks are too. But yeah,
Yeah. They just don't give you a stand, but then they say don't hold it. It's like, well, then don't use it.
I think the don't hold it is one of those things they just have to put on it. It's like the warning label on cigarettes. They still want you to buy them.
Oh, okay.
Hey, get the Roman candles. Like, yeah, of course you're going to aim them at each other. That's the
Yeah.
fun. Run around with it in your hand. But
Yeah.
wink, wink. Don't do it.
Okay, I see. That makes sense then. Because this kid swears that when he was growing up, he was shooting off Roman candles, and one went into his uncle's mouth.
Should have not taken a drink there.
And it he was like it shot right into, because he had
Was
shot a bunch of them
not.
around, but then when he turned, just the way,
Yeah.
the angle of his hand and his uncle talking just went right into his mouth, which
Yeah.
made me wonder what Roman candle is then. Is it a little ball, or like what's the thing that's burning up with color?
I mean, that'd be like the various gunpowders or whatever.
So then he just had gunpowder in his mouth.
Probably. I mean,
Oh,
I
okay.
think that's what's in Roman candles. But
Oh,
yeah.
okay. Because this is the
And
thing.
ever since then, Uncle Steve could no longer taste sweet. He
I
could no.
I have no proof that this happened, but when that kid's uncle came to pick him up one time, and he just was like waving bye at us because we were sitting there talking to him. When that happened, I did see him smile, and he did have a dead tooth. So I mean, maybe it's true. Maybe a Roman candle hit him right in the tooth
But it's potentially related.
and murdered it. Like,
Or he pulled up to pick him up and he's just drinking. You can see it's a piping hot cup of coffee just steaming and he's just slamming it.
yeah.
Because man can't feel nothing anymore.
Imagine if that's your superpower. Just not really having feeling in your mouth.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
I don't know if that'd really be a superpower. It would be just. It'd be a fun fact about you.
Yeah. Yeah.
But anyone you told to, they'd be like, huh, that sucks.
Yeah. They'd be like, that's really sad. That's a shame.
And then they'd be like, eat this candle or whatever. It would always be, hey, eat something then.
yeah, just to prove it.
Yeah. Yeah. Chew on this. I don't know. Bite this fork.
Yeah.
What do you want?
But anyway,
Yes.
out of the sidebar, this dude fried a turkey on 4th of July for his family.
Using gunpowder.
He straight up, this is like something out of an Acme cartoon though, because he straight up built the platform that the pot was going to be on, and then the fire department was called to his house because he sets the whole thing up himself. Is very proud of it. Is talking about just doing that, that bro stuff, that dad stuff of barbecuing and frying stuff, and doesn't want to hear anything from anybody.
Yep. He's in the zone. That's his happy place.
So instead of even having, how they have the stick with a little hook on the end that people usually hook the turkey to drop it into the, okay. Mm-hmm. Instead of any of that.
The barest of safety measures.
Yeah.
Which I have a feeling this guy's about to skip over.
Instead of any of that, this is, and I don't know if he worked there, but do you remember the stick man from, well, you didn't grow up in like a black neighborhood. Okay, so the stick man is like,
I didn't grow up in a neighborhood, period. I grew up on a farm.
I'm with you. I messed up in even trying to see if you would get what this is. So
No.
The stick man is like a guy who at a big department store or at a big clothing store where they have rows and rows and rows higher than anyone can reach. You hit up the stick man and then he gets the suit, pants, or the whatever that's hanging up too high, and uses a stick to do it.
For sure.
Right?
Okay. I've seen those.
Okay.
It wasn't necessarily just one guy at every store we went to, but was this one guy's job?
That's usually that one dude's job.
He's the stick man.
He's the stick man.
Okay. Interesting.
Okay. So then this dude is like,
I'm sorry to get hung up
on stick man.
Yeah, but you were just like, dude, you didn't grow up in a black neighborhood. Is that a black thing?
I feel like only black people call them the stick man.
Okay, interesting.
I've seen it at
maybe.
I've even seen a guy do something like it at a Costco, and no one called him the stick man.
Right. Okay. Well, it probably wasn't his only job at the Costco. So maybe just these stores, it was he was the stick man.
Can I tell you that when that dude is not out sticking, he is just on a Bluetooth outside of the store acting like he doesn't work there. So yeah, that's his only job. That's a stick man.
Honestly, sounds like a pretty great gig.
It sounds like an amazing job.
I'm actually down. I'm going to apply for stick man.
I wonder if he works on commission, because that would be amazing. Now he's just pulling stuff from the high floor for you.
He gets paid.
He gets paid off the dresses
down.
He pulls down. He's like, let me get you. And so,
you sure you don't want this one too? I get paid a little extra for everything I bring down.
So the stick man used to use a little hook that is the same as the turkey hook, right?
Gotcha, yeah.
Apparently in some stores they don't do that anymore, and it's like still a stick, but the stick has a function now where it sort of bites the hanger instead of just unhooking.
So just being a hook, yeah.
Yeah. And so that's what this guy was using. He was using one of the bite clip things on a long stick to hold the turkey, which is obviously not going to hold it well because the turkey is however many pounds, and this thing is made for grabbing shirts.
Yeah. Yeah.
And so a part of me would like to believe that he was a stick man, because that just that basically brings his work home with him. Like,
well, he's got his own sticks at the house for practicing.
Yeah,
he's out in the yard grabbing stuff.
Yeah. Oh, you want a butterball? Let me get you a butterball real quick. You want a butterball and a blouse? I got you. And so then my man is pulling the stick and lets the turkey drop from the teeth of the hook, right? So like the thing opens up, turkey falls, and there's just way too big of a splash.
Of course.
There's just, the splash is just ridiculous. And so immediately the whole pot is on fire.
Just explodes, yeah.
Yeah. And instead of exploding, it does a James Bond trail away from the platform that he's built, because the platform starts to burn. And that thing, I think it was made out of like Luan or something. So that thing goes up in a hurry. It looked like, when a magician uses fire and that magic paper burns almost immediately.
Mm-hmm, yeah.
Apparently it looked like that, because then it burns so fast that the pot topples over. So now he's just burning his own backyard. And
of course he is.
And like a James Bond movie where there's just a trickle you know, where somebody's like lit up a lighter thing that
Right,
leads to
yeah.
a thing. It goes straight to the stack of fireworks in his backyard. And so the fire department was called to his house because luckily he didn't burn it down, but he nearly burned it down because the whole backyard is on fire. And then the fireworks are going off now in their packaging.
Yeah.
And the funniest part of that story to me, when it was told to me, was that a family member had started calling the fire department as he was dropping the turkey in. So they didn't even wait for there to be a fire.
They were just like, this is
They
going to
were,
go bad.
they were like, there's about to be a fire at 800 Cypress Road. Like they were,
Listen, I've seen him work as a stick man, and this man drops everything.
Yeah.
So I'm calling now.
there's a
I'm
lot
getting ready.
of dirty shirts that people are expected to purchase because
Man, though, an exploded like fried turkey vat, which then lights a pile of fireworks on fire. That right, that's like an American nativity scene. Like that. Having that in your yard, that is celebrating the 4th.
that's so funny. Yeah. Cause I couldn't even understand why he was frying the turkey for the 4th, because it's such a Thanksgiving thing. And I guess you can
Absolutely
burn
it
down
is.
your house at any point in the year. Like I guess
Yeah.
you just really just need an excuse. But even the barbecue,
Yeah.
barbecuing is safer, and that uses more fire. You know, you actually bring coals, you bring charcoal to a barbecue,
Right.
And it's somehow less dangerous than let me fry a turkey for my family. Also, on not enough notice. Like it's not like they were coming for the fried turkey. That dude just wanted to do it.
Just wanted to do it. Yeah.
Yeah. And so the guy from the fire department was like, hey, my man, just by the time we got there, all the damage had been done. Like all we could really do is pat that dude on the back and let him know his grass will grow again. Like,
Yeah. Yeah.
because it didn't
Nature,
reach
nature will rebound.
Yeah, it like didn't reach the house. Even though, especially in Louisiana, when you're firing off stuff in the city limits and stuff, you gotta be very careful because a lot of the trees will cross over the street. Like some of those trees are so
yeah,
big that the fireworks can't get through them when you're shooting them up. So we had that problem when I was growing up. There were these people who would put the fireworks in the middle of the street, and we were always just like, someone's house is gonna burn down. There's no way it's not. There's
Right.
like we can see the fireworks not clearing the branches. So then they would fire them off, and it would happen every year. And I couldn't tell if every year it was a different family or if the same family was just being optimistic. But
Right.
they'd shoot them up, and at least one or two of them you would see bounce back down, and then everybody would run. And it's like, what are we doing? This is insanity then.
Yeah. Yeah, all of our best decisions are made on the 4th. Everyone's really in a prime decision making mode.
Now, did you have any barbecue on the 4th?
This year, no,
okay.
no, because I got home the 3rd from us being in Arlington, and I didn't sleep that night before, so I kind of spent the 3rd and 4th just existing, just kind of laying out. And I don't do much either because like my neighborhood had a lot of fireworks going on, and my dogs do not like that.
Gotcha.
You know, so it's just kind of I took it as an excuse to just like chill out,
Yeah.
play some video
Yeah.
games.
No, that's fair.
So I didn't do much.
I didn't get barbecue, but we did go to, maybe it was the 4th or the 3rd. We went to Red Lobster, and that was great. That was very good. I remember, I think about all the barbecue that I've had over the years for the 4th or in or around that weekend, and I don't know why, but it just always sort of like cracks me up how adamant people are that their method of barbecue is the best. Because you're just be honest. You're mostly burning it. It's weird that dudes get into a battle with each other of like, I burn it better. Okay.
Right.
The way I burn it is more efficient. I just put a flame right on it.
Yeah. Yeah, there's and I love grilling and stuff like that, but I have no real like pride in that. I'm just like, I hope it's edible. Like,
Yeah.
I don't. But yeah, some people it's, I don't know. You reach an age where you need something to
Yeah.
make you feel important. That's what I think a lot of it is.
Now,
I think it's just guys being like, I serve a purpose. I matter.
one of my favorite, like barbecue anything, is like, you know, where I come from and how there are people who eat, especially if the more rural you live, like if you're in like Marksville, like all that, like Tioga, all those areas, you know, and you go hunting a bit more than people who are in like proper cities in Louisiana and stuff like that, then, you know, you're gonna have your fair share of deer and other stuff that's like a bit gamey and everything. And I'll never forget, this dude said that okay, I should back up. So when I was in junior high, I was like friends with a couple of people whose family was more rural. Like they lived in Alexandria and then their family lived further out. All right.
Gotcha.
And these are I'm trying to remember if I'm trying to get this right. So these people that I'm describing are the direct family to the kid that I went to junior high with, but the in-laws are coming from like another part of the country. I don't even remember where, but they were just like not country people. All right.
Okay. City slickers.
Yeah, you could call them city slickers. All right.
Huh?
And so the city slickers come through for a 4th of July
The quest,
weekend.
they're looking for Curly's gold. Yeah.
Yeah, because there's going to be a summer wedding, and this kid's big sister is getting married to this city slicker son of a bitch. All right.
God, probably a college boy too.
Yeah, probably a college boy with all types of, probably got more degrees than a thermometer, you know?
This city slicking pencil neck college boy.
Yeah.
Coming
yeah.
around here thinking he's better than us.
Probably wears a duck on his collared shirt, or a gecko, or an alligator, making fun of us. And so
Doesn't even go catching crawdads. He does.
So basically, they're all going to spend the weekend together, right? As they're spending the weekend together, this kid's dad offers to, you know, do all the barbecuing for the whole family. And since these people aren't from here, and frankly, they probably don't know what good barbecue is, they're all for it, you know?
Yeah.
Like, don't come to me with like your, I don't know, Montana barbecue. Like, I'm sure it's good where you are, but like if you're coming over from like some big city in Boise, Idaho.
I didn't realize the people from Boise were the big threat to,
No.
to Louisiana.
I'm just joking. I think they were from Boston. They just the vibes that were put out were very much like money Boston type things.
Gotcha.
When I
yeah.
like in earnest, they were people who Southern people would probably call city slickers if they lived in the country.
I was gonna say, yeah. If it's,
But still, don't come at me with your version of barbecue. You don't know what you're doing. What you're doing is a version of what we're doing that's just frankly not as good because it's so cold in Boston that you need to keep your hands warm. So you're not even paying attention to the meat while it's cooking. You know, you need that
Southerners
body
make
heat.
good barbecue, but they make it unfun. To be honest, you guys are
Yeah,
a little
yeah.
too.
No.
You guys get way too immediately angry about barbecue.
Yeah. Barbecue and football is what will ruin for everybody. We don't
Yeah.
care. We'll ruin
Yeah.
it with college as well, where it really doesn't quite matter.
Yeah,
We do that in a lot of instances. You would think that for how seriously we take the small thing, we'd be better at the bigger thing. So then,
Yeah.
for as serious as we are about college football, you would think that all of our NFL teams would be amazing.
Right.
Like they'd just be crushing, and that's not the case. It's very
No.
weird. But they
There's
come
always
through.
because even there, you got angry at no one about barbecue. Like even just now, that I
had
just
to
wanted to illustrate a
represent.
point.
I had to represent for the story. I had to let people know that the attitude going into this family weekend for them was like, don't come here. You may read more books than me. You may know who James Joyce is, but don't come to me thinking you have better rubs than I do. All right. You know?
Yeah, with your fancy starched shirts and you're coming down here telling me how to barbecue.
I know who Shakespeare is, but do you know who Sweet Baby Ray's is?
I celebrate a true artist. And his
Yeah.
name is Sweet Baby Ray.
Sweet Baby Ray's. You ever just took a sip of some Sweet Baby Ray's right out the bottle because it's that good? Maybe you didn't need any meat. You ever take a little sippy sip, huh? Just to make sure that this is the Sweet Baby Ray's
gotta
that
make
you
sure it's
want
good.
on your
You
chicken.
gotta make sure it's good. I like to sneak a sip at the store just to make sure it's the one I want to buy. I like to open
And if it's
up a
not
couple.
good, I put it back.
I put it right back. That's someone else's mistake they can make.
So basically, they offered to barbecue for the weekend, and
The people from Boston.
no,
the City
people
Slickers?
from Louisiana
Okay,
offered to barbecue, and
So it
was-
sounds like no one from Boston offered to barbecue, but you had to let them know. Hypothetically, you weren't okay with it.
from the way that he told me this story, it never sounded like them barbecuing was a threat or a circumstance they had to worry about.
Okay.
Yeah.
So is that
Well, the way he was telling it to me was like was that he was like, we offered to barbecue and everything because they don't know what they're doing. Like, so he went into a whole thing.
see? That's the thing. Like, at no point were they just like, listen. I really think we should be the ones barbecuing. They never wanted to. They're visiting. They know their guests.
Someone saying barbecuing like that to me is almost as bad as racism. Like, I don't like that at all.
I was trying to put a New England on it.
If you're hitting the word barbecue with that dialect from The Fighter, I don't want it.
Wow, there goes our fans in Boston.
No, they are great at a lot of other things, but I just don't want to hear them say the word barbecue.
They're great at a lot of things except for saying barbecue.
I would even wager that they're better at barbecuing than they are saying the word barbecue.
Jesus.
What?
Nothing.
Some people should just say BBQ. You know?
Oh boy.
So they cook up an entire like feast, right? Mm-hmm. And I don't know why, but this is just funny to me, I guess. So this whole story may be for naught. But but they cook up an entire feast, and then as they're chatting at the table and they say grace and everything, and then they start to eat, a couple of the people from Boston are like, wow, this is the best meat that I've ever had. What is this one? And they're like, oh, that's squirrel. And their eyes get like a little like squinty, just like, what do you mean? Do you mean it's like squirrel in the game or wherever?
Yeah.
They're
Is it like a dish
yeah,
name?
and it's like, no, it's a squirrel.
Mm-hmm.
And then they're like, well, what's this one? And they're like, oh, that's deer.
That's a bigger squirrel.
And where the people visiting lost it, they were like, what is this one? And honestly, I've never heard of this except for this one time. They were like, what is this one? Because they also had a little bit of snake. They had some snake, which is wild. I don't know if they actually like hunted the snake or whatever. Because the deer and squirrel, you imagine that they hunted and froze for an occasion like this. But the other one, snake, I don't know. But the one that they said that I was like, hey, I'm kind of on their side, even though I didn't want to say it in front of him, was skunk.
Ooh.
So they
okay.
had some skunk meat that they had barbecued up and everything.
That's self-seasoning meat right there.
And I was like, that was when he said it, where I was like, oh, you're like a little too country.
Yeah.
And when his dad proudly said skunk, one of them spit out their food, like spit out their food immediately. And then the others were just looking around, and you could see them all trying to not freak out, like trying to be cool, but they're all realizing that they're like eating the gamiest things. Like they were fully down to sit down and eat like chicken,
Right.
like beef, brisket, all that stuff, which was there, by the way. So it's not as if these people fed them an entire feast of just skunks.
Right. Still, though, I love that this story had the preamble about bragging about barbecue and putting down their taste from it, and then was like, anyway, we made you squirrel and skunk.
Anyway, here's some squirrel, here's some skunk.
Yeah.
And the skunk, you could just see the family dynamic like breaking down, because he was like they were so rude, they were acting all uncomfortable, like they were gonna be sick, and it's like, you were eating the skunk just a second ago, you didn't even know it was skunk. And I was like, yeah,
you gotta warn somebody though.
I was like, I was just trying to go along. I was like, it's crazy, man. That's wild that they didn't want the skunk, because if I had been there, I would have been like, gawk, 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 gawk. Like, I didn't even know what he wanted from me as he was telling me the story. Because even in the story, it's like, you're kind of in the wrong.
Yeah.
Like you didn't tell them a thing that I don't think anybody eats.
Yeah. Yeah, not really. I mean, like, unless the most country people.
I've seen people eat squirrel. That's not even my issue. I could see how some people would be opposed to eating it, because they might be like, hey, no one is regulating this one.
Yeah.
Like you could be eating straight rabies at the moment.
That is meat you found. Even if you hunted it, you found that meat.
Yeah. And that's also, that meat is also mostly bullet. Because there's no way, at least with a deer.
I'll take my bullet medium rare, please.
Yeah, you could shoot a deer and then eat all the deer.
There's a lot more deer, a lot of other deer that you did not shoot.
But when you shoot a squirrel and it explodes, I'm assuming there's nothing left to eat.
They use small caliber. It's but no, still you gotta.
I'll tell you right now, I don't even know how there was enough squirrel to go around. They must have shot 10,000 squirrels.
Yeah, they found a community of squirrels
and just laid bare in whatever squirrel cave they were in.
Yeah.
Because there's no way that there was enough squirrel to really go around. Yeah. I remember him being like truly indignant, and I honestly didn't know what to say.
Yeah, because how do you... Because you can't disagree, because he's angry that people didn't love his surprise skunk. So he's not going to be open to a counterpoint. But yeah, but how do you get excited about it?
Maybe you just put a table setting with a black and white streak on it.
Yeah,
just so people know where the skunk is.
Yeah, I think generally most mysterious meats should be labeled. Go ahead and just put with the species, so I can mentally prepare.
Because I'm not even saying an absolute unequivocal no. I'm just saying, let me make that decision for myself.
Exactly. Let me decide. I'm not saying I won't try it, even. You know what I mean? But just let me know what I'm trying.
Yeah. Yeah. Because the fact that, I mean, I wasn't there, so I don't know exactly how they reacted. That was so offensive, but I imagine they reacted like if you told someone it was cat.
Yeah.
Because apparently one person spit it out immediately, and then the other people just were like, kind of getting like, ooh, is it hot in here? and then they left like soon
Do
after.
I smell? Am I turning into a skunk?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like
It is interesting
soon
how
after
people-
they found out it was skunk, they left.
Which is interesting because it's like, I mean, it's an animal. It's no grosser than the animals we already eat. It is just funny how, like, if you're used to eating a certain type of animal, you're not immediately disgusted by it.
And it like, I don't know what kind of Romeo and Juliet rift it caused between his big sister and the person that she was supposed to marry. Because it's like, because that they're there to like
the
meet
marriage
each
didn't
other.
happen.
That'd be so funny
It's from that meeting.
if they were. If they were like, no son of mine is gonna marry some skunk eater.
You're not marrying that filthy skunk eater. I'm just a Kennedy now.
Yeah, I was like, isn't that just JFK?
Yeah, well, they were from there. They were from Massachusetts.
Oh, okay, no, I'm just saying that was a very specific one.
I will not allow my son to marry some filthy skunk eater.
It would be even funnier if one of them, especially for how he was describing them, of just very like hoity-toity, whatever. It would be very funny if one of them did kind of get some rabies, like that, like
Just a little bit.
just like if they went back to their yacht club and they were like, "I say, Jefferson, you're foaming at the mouth."
Back up, or I will fucking bite you. I bet too they weren't hoity-toity at all. I bet that's just his version of them in the story because the skunk put them off.
Yeah.
I bet they showed up and were just nice and were trying their best, and then they were like, "What's this skunk?" And he's like, "These fucking these uppity assholes thinking they're better than us." It's like, no, most people don't eat skunk. So-
Yeah. Oh, I guess you're too good for our snake.
I guess you're too good for the meat I found in the woods.
Look at the city slicker who thinks that he's too good to eat a sack of venom. Because some people don't know what they're doing.
Exactly, yeah.
There are some people that are like, "Oh no, that little pebble, you can eat that. That's just a little rock."
Little rock, good for you.
One
a
of
little bit
my
of rock every now and then.
favorite like snake things was and this is one of those things where we went to, I think it's in Marksville, there's a guy called the Rock Man, and we went there every year at my elementary school as a field trip about like geology and stuff. And he's
Are you sure
so
your area just doesn't have people whose sole identities are just singular objects? The stick man, the rock man,
the stick man, the rock man.
skunk man.
There was a firework man. So
Firework, but yeah, see, I think now I'm wondering if this is just your area that everyone is just assigned their object.
yeah, everybody just has a job that they can't quit because I
Yep.
live in
Here's your
a
blunt
bad
tool
place.
and your identity. Here you
Yeah.
go. You are stick man now.
So we would go to the Rock Man every year, and this dude had all types of rocks for like lots and lots of different prices. So he was making money because as kids, we'd be like, "Oh, I'll buy this $1 rock that looks very cool and is polished and purple and everything like that." And
Sure.
then he had the crystal people, like the really like out there hippie people would buy crystals from him and stuff. And then he would just have these beautiful, like, I don't even know what you would call them, but it's like when you cut a rock in half and there's like all these shards of amethyst and everything that's like
Aren't those geodes?
yeah. So he would
Yeah.
sell the biggest geodes I've ever seen in my entire life.
Damn.
So I've been to a couple places, like even Sally and I were in Arizona and we went inside this rock shop that had some pretty big ones for like a good chunk of change, but still was like nothing compared to what this dude had. Because he had essentially dedicated his life to it, and he was like
He's the rock man.
Yeah, he was kind of like a self-taught geologist almost, because he would describe to us what the differences in the rocks were, but he wasn't, I don't think he held any degree or anything. He just had an
Right.
internet connection and the will to dig. Yeah.
Will to dig.
And so this dude told us, and then we saw it as well, and it was, this whole thing was way more terrifying than, I think they thought it would be cool, and it was just scary. We go on this field trip, and the guy lives on his property that he sells the rocks from. And he talks about how one day he was going to the bathroom and he felt something. And when he stood up and turned around, a rattlesnake was in his toilet. And so the rattlesnake in his toilet jumped out at him, and he managed to dodge it and then like promptly stomped it to death, right? But then,
he cooked it up for his friends from Boston.
Then he made a toilet seat cover out of it. And it's in the bathroom right now. And it was one of those things where I really had to go to the bathroom. Like, even as he was telling this story, I was holding it.
Right.
And so then I was like, should I just piss myself? Because he didn't make it sound like another snake couldn't come through the toilet.
He wasn't clear that it was an isolated incident.
Yeah, he was just like, I killed the last one that did it. I'm like, hey, what? Don't tell me that and then be like, oh, and by the way, it's at the end of the hall to the left.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. So anyway, if you go down the hall, that's the snake room. Sorry, bathroom. If you go in there, I forget because there's always so many snakes in there.
And then I see
I've heard of like snakes getting into toilets. I've never heard of a rattlesnake getting into a toilet. I didn't think that was a thing they liked, was being in water. Like that,
I mean,
but
when you there wasn't much water in the bowl. Like this dude is living on the slightly off the grid. Like he's on the grid enough for us to find him, but he's not really there. Because when you go to his property, you're like, rattlesnakes would love this.
I love that this started as like, this is gonna be a 4th of July episode, but really, this has just been a very telling episode about where you're from. This has been a really.
Hey,
This isn't about America, everybody. It's about Louisiana.
look, this is about celebrating heritage.
I love that.
Yeah.
Well, the stick man is my new 4th of July mascot. You know, the 4th kind of needs one. We don't have a good. It's just a guy grabbing stuff with a stick.
The stick man's here forever. As long as there are oversized department stores that are overstocked, there will be a stick man.
As long as there are shelves, there will be stick men.
God.
By the way, it is like just after 1 p.m. on July 6th, and I just heard some fireworks going off.
Really? Yeah.
Yeah, that we're
There's
recording.
nothing like the late
They're popping
ones.
off right now. Yeah.
There's nothing like the really, really late ones where it's like July 8th, but you still got some leftovers.
When I'm going to get my money's worth. Okay, I'm not taking a bath on these fireworks. All right.
Taking a bath? Is that what you say?
I've heard that phrase before.
Taking a bath on
If you're
fireworks.
getting, yeah, especially if you're like getting screwed on something. But I ain't going to lose money on this.
Oh,
right?
man.
I remember I think we talked about it before, but like our old neighborhood in Chicago that we lived in Rogers Park, like that was a straight month of fireworks.
Yeah, yeah.
It would start 2 weeks before the 4th, and it would go 2 weeks after. And like clockwork, too. It was a full month of just explosions.
Now, because I guess I've never told you, all of these things are happening in tandem right now. I've never told you about the firework man.
No.
Okay, so this dude owns...
Yeah, I'm getting introduced to the Louisiana Avengers here.
Yeah. Stickman,
Rock Man,
and Rock Man.
Firework.
I'm sure there's a couple... I'm sure there's a couple others that I'm just forgetting. Oh, yeah. There's one of them that I've never told you about because it's just too. Yeah. Okay. So the firework man.
Well, that was fucking ominous.
Yeah. It's like I don't even think you'll enjoy the story. There's the firework man owns like an entire. What would you even call it? It's not like. It's basically kind of like the what do you call the thing that the 18-wheeler is dragged? So you know how there's like the bed of a truck is behind the.
Yeah.
Okay. When you have an 18-wheeler,
Sure.
what's the front of it called?
The cab?
Okay, so what's the cab pulling?
the trailer.
Okay, the trailer, I guess. The way I'm trying to describe exactly how it looked, because the people, especially that I went to elementary school with, will probably
The big box with wheels.
The big box with wheels also works, I guess. But basically, the way that this works is he had converted like 3 18-wheeler type trailers together, all to like sell all the fireworks that he had, and then they would flap up. Like he had truly converted them, like he had cut holes in them so that there'd be an awning when he opened it up and everything. And it was, I think, just outside the city limits so that you could buy from him.
This is like a traveling mini mall he's invented.
Yeah, but he leaves it there. That's the crazy thing, though. He leaves it there all year, and he only sells 1 month out of the year. So I don't know if he actually leaves the fireworks in there all year, but that whole thing and that whole plot of land that he seems to own is
like
all
a Halloween
for 1
superstore.
month. Yeah.
Just sits there for the rest of the year, unused.
Yeah. And so, who was it? I remember like a few people that I grew up with bought from him. And I'll never forget. I never got to like meet this dude or anything. Because also, you never know. It's like sometimes you just have to be like careful around certain people. Because like I'm not putting this on him, but like I'm pretty sure that he sold some fireworks where I was a little like, oh, are you like a bad person? Like, I don't know.
Are you like the Unabomber?
Yeah. Because he'd sell some that like you're like, I've never seen anything. Like he'd have the sparklers and he had the Roman candles, all the stuff you're supposed to get.
Right.
But then I remember one time this kid was talking about going there with his dad and then trying to buy this big one from him because basically his dad wanted to save money. So rather than getting a bunch of the little ones that they have to keep popping like all day to nothing, because especially I think that's just like a dad thing, like not just the saving money, but we're not going to pop these off when it's still light out.
Well, I want to get the full,
want to get the full
experience.
Effect.
Yeah.
And so he was selling these things with like long, insane names, like the rocket triple launcher and all this stuff like that was set up to keep popping inside of it. So think of like a Roman candle that's like stocked into the ground, and it's gonna have all the designs and stuff. So he's selling like these. Almost like the Chinese ones with like dragon designs and stuff like that they're supposed to do. And then there was this one where it was just like a box that didn't have any. It had like a label in Sharpie, and he's like, "What's this one?" And the guy's like, "Oh, I made that one myself." And they were like, "Oh, okay, that sounds rough."
Yeah,
doesn't sound great. Sounds like you don't even know if this will work.
Yeah.
I want a firework that'll explode in the air, not 2 feet off the ground.
No, if you throw it.
Yeah.
It'll get in the air. It just needs a little help, all right?
And then there was one.
You want to be like on a roof or something? Then yeah, this is the one for you.
I feel like he was probably just trying to upsell, but this kid said, it's like an urban legend about him, I guess. This kid said that he grabbed, what was it?
Oh, it was boy, but you need to finish this sentence, though.
He grabbed, like, a square-type firework from him that was, like, a one-shooter. And he was like, how much is this
grabbed.
one?
For a second, you're like, an urban legend about him. He grabbed, and I'm like...
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, that's why I was kind of like, you gotta say the end of this sentence.
Oh, my bad. No,
because the fireworks man sounds like someone who would have rumors about him.
And so he grabbed this like square little packet that was a one shot, like you just light it goes off. And and then the kid was like, how much is this one? And the dude was like, oh, that'll take your finger off, and just took it back from him. And I guess he wanted him. I guess he wanted to be like, no, let me have it. And then he could like upsell it.
Right.
But once he said, take your finger off, the kid was like, fair enough. We've purchased a lot.
We have an other assortment of child endangerment that we've already purchased. You can keep that one.
Yeah.
Oh boy, the fireworks man, huh?
Fireworks man. I mean, who knows? That dude was probably just Greg to most people, and kids called him the fireworks man. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know if that thing spread the way that I'm putting it out there as if it did. I know I call him the fireworks man,
Right.
but my friends and I don't account for the rest of the whole town. I'm sure that for some of these people, they are just known by their name and that's it. Like
Probably,
the
yeah,
stick man
probably.
is probably just Charlie.
That's Charlie. Everyone knows. Hey, get Charlie. He'll get it down.
Yeah.
And someone's like, go get the stick man. They'll be like, he has a name,
Now, to be fair,
and it's Charles.
the entire class and school that would come called him the Rock Man. That dude was the Rock Man.
See, I think that's different though when you do a thing like where you work with kids. Then you want to be the something man.
He had plenty of opportunities to tell us his name.
Yeah. We used to have this guy who he like worked for. I think he worked for like the DNR or whatever around. He was kind of a not like a nature expert, but he'd come around and always do it. And his name was Dan, and we all just started calling him Dan the Nature Man. And I think just that still is just within like all the kids still, because I subbed there and he was around, and I heard some of them refer to him as Dan the Nature Man. I'm like, I think we started that, and that just stayed as school parlance. Like all the kids now just know him as that. I don't think anyone else calls him that. I think it's just stayed in the middle school ever since I was there.
I like how I like to think he likes it enough that his name is just Bobby, but he just goes with it. It's like, yeah, I'm Dan.
Well, his name is Dan. His name is actually Dan. So it's
How do we know?
yeah.
If he lets
I wanna-
nicknames take off, how do we know he doesn't let the wrong name take off?
That's true. He just snaps one day. He's like, "It's Robert." I know that doesn't rhyme with Nature Man, but my name is Robert. Hey man, should we open up the mailbag?
Yeah, let's do it.
Especially since we didn't do it last time.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Let's do some of these ones I meant to do last time. These are some about our 100th episode, but my camera died. This one here, this is from Lizzie, and the title is To President Squeaks. And it says, Hiya, if you don't feel comfy reading this on the pod, it's fine. But after a long while of listening, I felt the need to voice my thanks and also so very cheekily ask maybe a favor. I started listening in October 2020, I believe, and shortly after got acute pancreatitis. I'm sorry, Logan, but having Mr. Squeaks in A&E, what is A&E? That must be something hospital.
I don't know.
But Mr. Squeaks in A&E was wonderful company as a painfully chronic extrovert in hospital quarantine. You're welcome, I think. I'm not sure how to... Honestly, though, I have had a rough few years, and you two have got me through it, but this email isn't about me. My sister Alice, who loves the pod, is 6 months sober tomorrow. This would have been from last week. And no matter when or how you read this, if you could wish her a happy 6 months, it would make my year. So incredibly grateful, Lizzie from London. Hey, Alice. Congratulations. You did it. Hang in there.
Hey,
You're killing
Alice. Happy 6 months.
Happy 6 months. Good for you. Staying strong. Doing your thing. Kicking ass. And also thank you, Lizzie, for that email.
Yeah, thanks for letting us know. We're glad we could keep you company, you know?
Yeah. Oh, so this is about, I think it was our 99th episode. So this is from, just says NWE, and longtime listener, curious about Open Mouth Puppet Master. That sounds like a personal ad in like the classified.
Yeah. Seeking open mouth.
Open Mouth Puppet Master.
Wow.
Dear Josh and Logan, I'm emailing you in regards to episode 99, Say Something Dummy. Did the friend that went on the date with the puppet master ever tell them that the restaurant was making fun of them by prolonging his act? I kind of feel bad for the guy. If I was on the date, even if he was bad at the act, I would have told him that and told the restaurant off for choosing to humiliate him that way.
Two things. To my knowledge, no. And then
Right.
second, this doesn't seem like someone you can humiliate. Like, from what she told
Yeah.
me, it seems like even if you had been like, stop, they're making fun of you, he'd be like, still getting some practice in.
He's still talking through the puppet. Here's the thing, too. I kind of feel bad for him, too, but that is immediately offset by the fact that he brought his ventriloquist dummy to a date. So
Yeah.
I no longer, it's hard to feel bad for a terrorist.
Yeah.
It's hard to, because also he planted it somewhere. And that's the part that hangs me up the most.
Yeah.
Is that he had it at the ready somewhere. If it wasn't outside in his car, any other option aside from that is fucking wild.
Yeah, it's actually wilder if it's at coat check.
Yeah.
And someone had to
Yes.
give him his dummy back. And he's not leaving.
Yeah. And then he's got to get the puppet has to get its card to get its coat. Let's read this one since we literally just saw this person, but this is 100 episodes. Hi, J-Lo Goss. This is from our friend Allie. Hey, Josh and Logan. I can't believe you're almost at 100 episodes. I mean, we've already done it. They sent this right before. Congratulations on the success of this podcast as well as your individual successes. You're both killing it, and I'm proud of you, even though I don't know you like that. Hey, I'll still take it.
Yeah, yeah. I
It
love
still
a good
means a
proud
lot.
of you. I'm never going to
proud
deny
of you.
it.
From anybody. Anyone can say they're proud of me, and I'll be like, nah, thanks. Doesn't matter. That's good. One of my favorite episodes was Getting Zen with Joshy when you talked about meditating. I'm heavily invested in learning about emotional regulation, and a lot of things Josh said resonated with me. Plus the okay, I almost read this wrong. Plus Eastern philosophy fucks. That's how. I also appreciate how in discussing meditation, it slowly became a critique of capitalism. Nothing but solid truths. I didn't remember that it's the same episode with the story of the weed head grandma, which made me love it even more. As a frequently zoinked individual, I fully support this woman and hope she one day gets to gnome the mailman. That sentence was full of so many in references to our show.
Yeah.
That was perfect.
Yeah.
For future episodes, I'd love to hear more esoteric, anti-capitalist, bad review, stonery, goth, and or emo stories. Logan's puns are a must, especially because Josh hates them. Speaking of goths, I made some drawings for y'all to add to your collection of broody fan art. I drew Josh as a traditional/vampire goth because I get that vibe from him, and since he's a self-proclaimed vampire hunter, originally he had eyebrows, but I removed them because that look goes hard. For Logan, I gave him a punk goth look to match his bold disposition with spikes of his leather jacket to ward off any small talkers. He listens to Nick Cave and the Bad Squeaks, obviously. I also gave him an almost mohawky hairstyle that is closer to emo than goth because he thinks MCR is goth when they are, in fact, emo, though this is widely up for debate. Listen, I'm not trying to start anything. I just feel like they're in the neighborhood. Hope you guys like it. I'm excited to see y'all in Arlington again next week. Much love, your friendly neighborhood townie, Allie. Thank you for that. And she sent us this amazing fan art. They were the ones I already showed you. Do you want me to bring them back up, or I'll put them in the video?
Yeah, put them in the video.
They'll definitely be in the video version of this. I think I'm going to try to. Someone suggested too that maybe I need to make a database of all of the goth drawings we've been sent to put somewhere. So
Yeah.
that might be something I might be collecting them all again to to put them in some sort of online gallery.
Yeah,
people to
no,
view.
for sure.
Because we have a lot going. These ones, though, are fantastic. So thank you for those, Allie. And it was great seeing you in Arlington and everyone else we got to see in Arlington.
Yeah, thank you everybody that came out to Arlington. We had a great time, and it was great to meet you.
Very fun time.
Thanks so much for listening to the Josh Johnson Show. We had a great time recording. I hope you had a great time listening. If you are looking to catch up with us on any of the socials, you can find me at Josh Johnson Comedy on Instagram, at Josh Johnson on Twitter, Josh J Comedy on Facebook, and Josh Johnson Comedy on TikTok and YouTube, where we're going to be posting clips of the show. You might be watching one right now. And if you're looking for Logan,
You can follow me on Instagram at Logan M. Nielsen. And if you want to get into the mailbag like those wonderful people there, you can email us joshjohnsonshow@gmail.com. And if you want some bonus content, you can join our Patreon, patreon.com/Josh Johnson Show. Oh, and we got a live show coming up at the end of July in New York. A live podcast. So if you're in the area, come see us.
Doing it. Living
forever.
Together
forever and ever, 2 parts. The song I sing every time I see Josh.
And I hate it. I don't like it.
He doesn't like it. He doesn't like it, but
doesn't care. I tell him
Nope.
to stop, and he won't.
Not getting rid of me. Not getting rid of me, you little scamp.
All right.
I'm like a growth.
Oh, God.
Yeah?
Okay, so I'll stop recording now.